Hello, everyone. What I'm going to explain in this video is the new thing that you're going to have access to when you complete your Week 10 study guide. If you're watching this video, you have accepted to be a part of the research study and you're in the research study group, which means that for the next few weeks, you're going to have access to a chatbot to help you complete your study guides that you've been doing every week. You can also use the chatbot to help you study for exam 3, which is really neat as well. So you're going to be doing the same thing that you have been doing where you complete a study guide for the lecture topics. So lecture topics are shelter medicine and professional show dogs for this week 10. Same exact thing. You'll view those study guide instructions, which you're watching this video because you've already clicked there. And then when you're done, you'll submit it to the study guide upload. So everything's going to stay the exact same. You're just also going to have access to a chatbot. So when you go into your study guide instructions. This is what you're going to see. So you'll see the instructions as you have been seeing, except for now, once again, like I said, you will have access to the chatbot. Thanks again for agreeing to be part of this research study. It is really interesting, and we hope that you find the chatbot really useful. That is the goal of this. So once again, you're going to be doing the same study guide stuff as you have been doing. So we want the study guide to be minimum of 2 pages, but there's no maximum limit. And use some of these suggested uses for the chatbot below while you're completing your study guide. To receive full credit for the assignment, we do ask that you include the prompts that you ask the chatbot as well. Put them at the bottom of the assignment or on a second page so that we know how you use the chatbot exactly. So here's some different uses for this chatbot that you're going to have access to. So one is an interactive quiz. So you could use it to help create quiz questions for you to study. This could be for the upcoming quiz on a topic. It could also be for exam 3. So you could ask it to give you information all about the topics on exam 3 so you can start studying for that. Same kind of idea down here with flashcards as well. You could get it to create flashcards for you all about the topics on exam 3. Do keep in mind that you have to be pretty specific when you're asking the chatbot questions. So you want to be detailed. You want to tell it exactly what lectures that you would need information from, not just, please give me the lectures from exam 3. Make sure you tell it exactly what lectures you want it to give you information on and specifically what you want. If you want a quiz, do you want multiple choice? Do you want short answer? What type of questions do you want? And then make sure you ask it to give you the answers as well. So here's some of the possible prompts that you can ask for quizzes and for flashcards. And note that if you ask it a prompt and you don't get the response you're looking for right away, just try asking the prompt again or in a different way. And you should be able to get the answer you're looking for. We have trained the chatbot specifically on all the lecture material from the classes. So you should be, if you're asking a question about lecture material, you should be able to get the answer, even if you need to reword your prompt a few times to get there. If you ever have any questions or having trouble getting the chatbot to work, please let Dr. Lurkin and I know. We're more than happy to help. You could also ask it to summarize some lecture notes. So summarize the key points from the shelter medicine lecture, for example. Here's some prompts you could use. You could also ask it to help clarify some topics. And I'll show you an example of this in just a minute when we go to the chatbot and start playing with it. But here's some of the different prompts you could use. And then finally, you could ask it to help you create a study plan. Maybe this is for the upcoming quiz, or maybe it's actually for exam 3 as well. So it could really help you prepare for the exam. So you're going to upload it exactly as you have been. Just remember to also include the prompts from the chatbot now as well. If you want to include a bunch of your output from the chatbot, that is great too. So you'll notice there are these two little buttons here, one's down here. If you click these, that does help us to keep track anonymously of who's been reading the instructions, accessing the chatbot, etc. So if you don't mind clicking those as you work your way through, that would be great. All right, so here's the link to the chatbot that you're going to need to use. So you can either click on it and it will take you directly there, open a new tab for you in the window, or you can copy it and then paste it into a new tab in your window, whatever works best for you. So you can see here that I have been playing around with the chatbot a little bit. So one thing I had said previously was that you could use it to help clarify or explain things from the lecture. So if you go here and you look at the shelter medicine lecture, I wanted, a little bit more information about this SOAP assessment and the systems approach. So when you go to your chatbot, you can just ask it a question, as I did right here. Explain the SOAP approach in shelter medicine. You can see it gave me a nice response here. Then I asked it, can you explain the systems approach? And as you can see here, it was a little bit confused by what I wanted. So my question wasn't detailed enough. So this is an example of not being detailed enough. So then I asked it specifically, as discussed in the shelter medicine lecture. And here we go. I got a really nice response. So like I said, sometimes you just have to reword your prompt a little bit. Other things that you could that you could ask it would be, for example, make a 10 question multiple choice practice quiz on let's say, from the shelter medicine lecture. And let's see what it does. Oh, so here we go. So we have some multiple choice questions. Pretty cool. It's working on giving them all to us right now as we go. So we're getting 4, 5 questions, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So then I'm going to say, can you provide me with the answers? And let's see. And here we go. Now it's giving me the answers to all 10 questions. So you could also ask it, can you give me a multiple choice quiz with the answers? So you could also word it like that as well if you like. Another thing from the shelter medicine lecture was you could ask it to explain the 5 freedoms when it comes to canine welfare. And let's see what it says for that. And here we go. It's going to give us those 5 freedoms. So clarification questions, multiple choice questions, do the same thing to get flashcard questions. So lots of ways you can use it. You could also ask it, can you provide me with a study guide to help me study for the quiz or the exam? So have fun with it. We hope that you find it as useful as we do. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to help. Thank you, everyone.